Okay, I'm trying to smile. Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Adilua. Here I talk about my perspective about, issues that interest me. So, in sort of like my diary, really, about my thoughts and the things that I do. So, well, I'm just thinking, which one should I talk about first? Let's see. Maybe I should talk about here. I watched wow. I need to talk about this right now, really. It's about some people. I'm not gonna mention their names because they're not worth mentioning. I mean, to me anyway. Um, I don't like to, promote people that laugh at women, mock women, and disrespect women generally. And I noticed something that I just it took me a while to really notice that black men are very well, not all of them, but a vast majority of them, especially the ones that have earned a little money. Yes, a little money. You understand? 1 or 2 millions, 1 or 2 billions or something along those lines. They feel that their money gives them immunity, and I think their money just brings out the worst in them. You know, money can do two things for you. It can actually bring out the worst, or it can actually bring out the best. Um, I don't even know why I'm surprised, but I like to not judge a book by its cover. But it gives me a pause when someone has tattoos all over his face, has piercings all over his face, and he talks trash about women, about black women, and he has a daughter who is dark skinned. I don't know, it just boggles my mind. And I think, look, can this hurting angry? Because right now I don't know who is angry. Is it the black women that are angry right now or the black men? I don't get it. Are they the ones angry? I don't know. Black women are not angry when they are fighting for black men. Did anyone notice that? No. We're not big lipped. We're not big nosed. We're not black. We're not kinky haired. I like my hair. I'm sorry. I don't quite care what men like. And there is the problem with a lot of women. And I think it's because maybe there is an absence of a father, like a real father, a father who is a father, not a father that you just have to call father because he gave birth to you or because he's married to your mother or something like that. But a father, indeed, someone who cares for you, who tells you you're beautiful, who listens to you, affirms you. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I set alarms for everything that I do so that I remember. I don't try to store everything in my head, you know. So, back to what I'm saying. I understand that a lot of women have daddy issues. I didn't have that. Um, I didn't have that, and so maybe that's why I am comfortable coming on video without makeup, with my with the pimples, scar tissues sticking out of my face. And excuse me, I'm at home. You understand? Aha. And my hair, and I'm just comfortable in my skin because guess what? That's what makes you a grown woman. Because some people go grown woman, and I just wonder, who are you wearing wigs for? Why are you wearing wigs? If your men, the men you may be trying to please, whether you admit it or not. If the men you are trying to please like your hair the way they are, your hair is, would you be wearing wig? Would you be wearing weave on? I would like to say I'm not wearing mine for Christian doctrine. My Christian doctrine is not partial, so to speak. Does not allow me to wear wig or attachment or anything. I'm supposed to be as natural as possible, you know. But even if my Christian doctrine allowed me to wear wig, I would not wear it because I've always been someone who liked natural. I'm someone who liked natural, perhaps because I was not made to feel bad about my looks, you know. I don't know, a lot of things, but I want to appeal to women. I'm saying something that might sound a bit unloving, but I think we might categorize that under tough love. Stop fighting for people that don't care about you. Let me say that again. Dear black sisters, stop fighting for those who don't care about you. You all know how they left Monique to hang and dry. I'm not saying Monique is perfect. I mean, with her open marriage thing, I don't know what that means. But I must say, I don't think she deserved what she went through. She was just being honest with herself and with the people that she was dealing with, you know? And all she said was no, and the no, people took offense to that. I don't know. And people thought she was just supposed to be a yes woman, you know? And that is the case with a lot of women. And then a lot of black women, and you fight for these men, they don't respect you. They go for what they call exotic women. I don't even know that's what they called them, you know. Exotic women, which means women that don't look black. They might have black heritage, but they don't look black. A lot of times they are white. Understand, I love my sisters across board. You understand, there is diversity in beauty and there is beauty in diversity. You understand? But you see, it seems these men hate themselves. Let them sort themselves out. Let them fight for themselves. Because it took me a while to realize that women were also facing brutalities. Do you understand? They're also facing police brutalities. But nobody talks about that. But the moment a black man is caught in that, black women will come out and start fighting. But when a woman is the one caught there, do we see the men? Nahina, we don't see them. So, and the reason, and then a lot of these women just fall alone. They just get hurt alone with nobody to help them up. And there's that thing about the competition among women. Stop being baby mamas to these men that don't like you. I mean, one of these musicians, you know, he accused black women of being angry. He's hated on his son on social media. You know, he prefers the one he had with his exotic woman. And I'm thinking, this man needs help. But of course, he has to admit that he's sick, right? And our problem is that we coddle these men. We coddle them. We pamper them. We don't allow them to sweat at all. We treat them as kings. But how do they treat us in return? I won't allow a man to disrespect me, that's for sure. And that's because of the father I had. So my sisters, if you notice that you allow men to be abusive to you, or you find that you are drawn to men that are abusive to you, please, for the love of God, go and seek professional help. It's not normal. Love is love, wherever you get it from. As much as I don't really like, I can't say I hate what the Chinese people have done. I don't dislike them. I don't hate them. There is a difference between hating people and hating what they do. I'm at that place by the grace of God where I can separate what people do from who they are or what they have done. People are God's creation. What they do now is their responsibility. I don't like what they've done, but I'm telling you right now, if it is a Chinese man, dear lovely black sister with your beautiful unique hair and all that, and your lovely not tiny and your not tiny nose, full lips that some people are getting injected for. I mean, you have yours naturally. With your curves and everything. If it's a Chinese man that sees in you what what a black man does not see in you, and he's genuine, and you've tested him and you see that he's genuine, don't toss him out because he's Chinese. It doesn't matter. Or he's white. Hey, your brothers, they are, a lot of them are married. Excuse me. Married to exotic women. That's the word they use. It took me a while to figure that out. They're married to exotic women. I have nothing against exotic women. I think I'm exotic. Okay? You don't have to agree with me whether I'm exotic or not. If I think I'm exotic, then I'm exotic. And I think I'm exotic to the person that finds me attractive. And you just need one man to find you attractive. You don't need black men to validate you as a woman. You don't need that. If you feel you need that, you are likely never to get it, because they will just use you. They'll use your anger at injustice to protect yourself. They use you as a shield. But once the battle is over, they toss you aside. They don't even think you're worthy of their respect. They just make baby mamas out of black women. And we keep taking that. Let's stop. You need your energy. Look, the world is a battlefield. Like it or not. I think you already figured that out right now. You need your fight, sisters. Preserve your energy. Because obviously these men are not going to return the favor. Monique says something that really got me. And I think you should watch some of her interviews. She said it did something to her, that it was an eye-opener for her to notice that white men, where they understood, when she explained herself, they understood her. And in fact, not only did they understand her, they took offense on her behalf and did something about it to show that they were not going to accept that kind of behavior. They were not going to accept it. But what did our black men do? The ones who could do anything, the ones who had made the money, the ones who had the influence, the ones who had the voice, all they had to do was just talk and say, you know what, this thing is not right. Anybody who sees the situation will know it's wrong. We might slice it as many times as we like, but what is right will always be right. Whether everybody does not do the right thing, even if nobody does the right thing, it will always be the right thing. And if everybody is doing the wrong thing, it will still remain wrong, even if everybody is doing it. Wrong is wrong and right is right. There's no contesting that. She said what hurts her is that when people who look like her, who have been in situations where she had been, could not understand, refused to empathize or sympathize with her, but instead they were condemning her, and some were laughing at her and some were mocking her. And someone actually had the audacity to call her something I wouldn't repeat. He basically called her the name of an animal. Oh, by the way, he's married to a white woman or an exotic woman. Which makes me wonder, can he call his wife that? What makes this men think they can just disrespect? What? Oh, no. Let's make these men put their money where their mouth is. Which means, if you're going to talk bad about me, I'm going to sue you. Oh, yeah. I'm like, prepare those millions of yours that makes you think you should talk to me as you please. I'm not going to accept disrespect from you. You will apologize, or else we're going to be having some issues. Women should start demanding from respect. For respect, they've earned it. They're not going to just hand it to you. You've earned it. Ladies, a lot of your mothers, a lot of our aunties, they gave their lives, not for themselves, but for their sons. If it happened to one person's son, it has happened to everybody's son. That's the way they all saw it. We were not angry then. But now when we now start demanding our due, we attack the angry black woman. So what? They're angry black men too. And guess what? We take it personal anytime they say they're violent, they use the N-word on them. We take it personal. That's how another man said the other day that he was not obligated to defend any woman that is not his wife. I said, oh, and his wife is exotic. Which I began to understand what Dr. Omar was saying. Dr. Omar Johnson. You want to join the bandwagon of those who say, oh, please, he doesn't have the certificate. He said, yeah, well, but is anything he's saying wrong? It's okay. Maybe some of the things he's saying might be wrong, or you might not agree with him. But a lot of the things that he's saying are correct. If you really, really remove your bias of the man and think about it, he said he can never. I thought it was a bit extreme, but I just held it and I was just thinking about it. He said he could never respect a man that could not marry a black queen. He thought of black women as queens. He said, because why are you not investing in your women? Why are you investing in other people's culture? And they came from the angle of love. Really? Love. Yeah. In some cases it's love. But I question that love when you say you can only defend your wife. You can't even defend your daughter. Or you say what happens to a black woman is none of your business. But you let her fight for you. Oh, and I don't see your exotic women sticking their neck out for you. Why should they? They have the black women to do that job for them. Let their wives fight for them. Let the exotic women fight for them. You need to fight for you. The reason a lot of black women are falling is because they've exhausted their energy fighting for people that will never reciprocate. Reserve your energy. Like we say in my country, the hustle is real. You had better store up your energy to fight for yourself and defend yourself. And please, stop waiting on black men to get their acts right. Don't allow anybody to make a baby mama out of you. See yourself as a queen. It doesn't matter what they think. Would a queen allow some guy to make a baby mama out of her? No. So why would you? Who are you to you? Don't let anybody fuel self-hate in you. Force yourself to love yourself. Trust me, there are a lot of men that find us attractive. White men, men of other races. If a man of your color finds you attractive and he's willing to respect you, great, fantastic, wonderful. But do not settle, I beg you. There is a man out there that may not look like what you want, but is really willing to, if you could bring down the moon for you, he would. Don't sell yourself short. Those that mind don't matter, and those that matter don't mind that you have nappy curls, 4C hair, thick nose, thick lips, dark skin. Those that matter, they don't mind that. In fact, they find it attractive. And don't be scared to clap back at any so-called brother who dares to give you lip about being with a man that is not black. Tell them to go tell their other brothers, okay? To lead by example. And when they're now leading by example, they will now have the moral authority to talk. I'll continue this next time. I wished I could have just stopped at 5 minutes, but I just couldn't stop. I needed to just vent. Please stay safe. Love you, love God. Love God, love you, love God. Do His will. Stay connected to Him. He made you. And believe you me, getting close to God will make you feel more beautiful. He says you are fearfully and wonderfully made. How amazing is that? Don't mind what those black brothers are telling you. They don't know nothing. Who have they created? Nothing. Let God be your validation, my sisters. If you stay long enough in God's presence, you will feel beautiful. And once you feel beautiful, nobody can make you feel any less beautiful. Nobody. In fact, you'll feel sorry for them. Like, oh, poor guy. He must have been hurt really badly. And you just find yourself actually saying, you know what, brother? I understand where you might be coming from. I think you need therapy. It's a bad place when one hates oneself. You know what I mean? Take care of yourself. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Stop being baby mamas, y'all. Stop it. Stop it. You're queens. Do not come off your high horse. Yeah. I'll continue this because if I keep going, this is going to get really long. Shalom. God has not given you the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and of a sound mind. Guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Take care of yourself. God loves you. Shalom.